One of the more popular uses of the Borda count voting method for sports enthusiasts for football is the voting for the Heisman Trophy winner. In 2019, the voting is as shown below. So what happens here to get this total number, what the committee does is the people who are voting do a preference ballot, and so they vote for their first, second, third, and so forth choice. And then in this case, we're only looking at first, second, and third. So third place is going to get 1 point for each vote. Second place will get 2 points for each vote. And first place will get 3 points for each vote. So here we can see that Joe Burrow, who was the Heisman Trophy winner, got 841 first place votes. So for Joe, we're going to calculate 841 first place votes. So he's going to get 3 points for each one of those votes. He received 41 second place votes. So he's going to get 2 points for each one of those votes. And then he received 3 third place votes. So he's going to get 1 point for each of those votes. So if we multiply 841 plus 3, that's going to give us 841 times 3 will give us 2,523 points, because remember he gets 3 points per first place vote. So he gets 2,523 points, then the 41 times 2, so he's going to get 82 points, and then 3 times 1, he'll get 3. So if we add those numbers up, that's where the 2,608 points comes from. So the second place, we can see the second place winner only got 762 points, because 3 points for the 12 first place votes. So that would be 36 points from there. 2 points each for the 231 votes. So that will be 462 points. And then 264 points for the third place votes. So if we add those up, that's where the 762 total points comes into play. And this is how the Heisman Trophy is voted upon. They use a preference ballot, and then those preferences are assigned point values according to the places, and then we get a total, and the person with the highest total wins. So let's look at another example. Let's say we have a group of college administrators trying to decide where to meet for a conference. And our choices are up in North Louisiana at LA Tech in Ruston. We're going to say that's an R. McNeese over here to the west in Lake Charles. So we're going to denote that one as LC. Nicholls State in Thibodaux. So we're going to denote that with a T. And then Southeastern, which is in Hammond, and we're going to denote that with an H. So we voted, and the voting is as follows. 51 people voted for Thibodaux first, Hammond second, Lake Charles third, and Ruston fourth. 25 people voted Hammond, Ruston, Lake Charles, then Thibodaux. 10 people voted Ruston, Hammond, Lake Charles, and Thibodaux. And 14 people voted Lake Charles, Hammond, Ruston, and then Thibodaux. So if we look, if we count how many people voted, remember, add up your preference totals. So 51 plus 25 plus 10 plus 14, we have 100 votes. So if we look at the plurality method, the person with the place with the most number of first place votes is going to be Thibodaux, because Thibodaux got 51 votes. And if we look, out of 100 votes, 51 would be a majority. So using a majority method of voting or a plurality method of voting, it looks like Thibodeau's the winner. But we want to use the Borda count method. We want to take all place values into account. So when we do this, the lowest place value is going to get 1 point for each vote. The next lowest place value will get 2 points for each vote. Then as we move up, 3 points per vote, and first place in this instant is going to get 4 points per vote. Now your point value is going to change depending on how many places you're considering. Since we have 4 places, our highest number of points is going to be 4. And remember, we always start assigning that 1 point at the bottom. So 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, then 4 points. So if we look at Thibodeau, let's see, since Thibodeau was the majority and the plurality winner, is it going to be the Borda count winner? So Thibodeau has 51 first place votes. So each one of those 51 votes is going to get 4 points. Then if we look at the next column, we have 25 votes where Thibodeau came in last place. So we're only going to get 1 point per vote. The third column, Thibodeau came in last. So for each of these 10 votes, we're only going to get 1 point each. And then in the fourth column, again, 1 point for each of these 14 votes. So 51 times 4 is going to be 204. 25 times 1 is 25. 10 times 1 is 10. And 14 times 1 is 14. So if we add these up, 204 plus 25 plus 10 plus 14, Thibodeau receives 253 points using the Borda count method. Now if we look, the next one, let's say Southeastern. So we're going to look at Hammond. In the first column, Hammond came in second place. So each of these 51 votes is going to receive 3 points. In the second column, Hammond came in first place. So each one of these 25 votes are going to receive 4 points each. In the third column, Hammond came in second. So each one of these 10 votes are going to receive 3 points. And in the fourth column, we're second again. So 14, we're going to receive 3 points for each one of those. So 51 times 3, we're going to get 153 points from the first column. 25 times 4, we'll get 100 points from the second column. 10 times 30, we'll get 30 points from the third column. And 14 times 3, we'll get 42 points in the last column. So if we add this up, 153 plus 100 plus 30 plus 42, we have 325 points. So we can already see here that even though Thibodeau was the plurality and the majority winner, when we were just looking at those first place votes, using the Borda count method and taking all the place values into consideration, Thibodeau is no longer the winner because Hammond has 325 points. So let's continue. Let's look at McNeese. McNeese is in Lake Charles, so that's our LC. Let's see what the point value is for LC. In the first column, 51 is going to get 2 points. So these 51 votes, we're going to get 2 points each. Same thing for the second column. The 51 votes are going to receive 2 points each. The third column, same thing. The 10 votes will receive 2 points each. And in the last column, these 14 votes are going to receive 4 points each. So 51 times 2, that's going to be 102. Oops, sorry, I messed up. The second column should not be 51. The second column should be 25. So 25 times 2 is going to be 50. 10 times 2 is going to be 20. And 14 times 4 will be 56. So if we add up 102, 50, 20, and 56, Lake Charles is going to have a total point value of 228 points. And then lastly, we have to look at Ruston with Louisiana Tech. So Ruston, in our first column, these 51 votes are going to have 1 point each. The second column, these 25 votes are going to be assigned 3 points each. The third column, the 10 votes, Ruston was in first place, so they're going to get 4 points each. And in the last column, Ruston was in third place, so each one of these votes are going to receive 2 points each. So if we multiply, this will give us 51. 25 times 3 is 75. 10 times 4, so that'll be 40 points from the third column and 28 points from the fourth column. So if we add 51 plus 75 plus 40 plus 28, we get a total point value of 194 points. So now all we have to do with the Borda count method is compare the point values. We had Thibodaux with 253 points, Hammond with 325 points, Lake Charles with 228 points, and Ruston with 194. It doesn't look like very many people want to travel to North Louisiana. So here, our highest point value winner, using the Borda count method, it looks like the conference is going to be held in Hammond at Southeastern.